Hello and a warm welcome to St George's Anglican Church, Paris, and this, the first in a series of short reflections which are designed to help you in this second confinement. Please know that wherever you are, whether you are in the Ile-de-France, in Normandy, in Europe, or indeed further afield, through the offices and the daily Eucharist, you are held in prayer here at St George's. I was struck this Sunday at the early Eucharist by the epistle, which came from Revelation 7 verse 2. If you've ever been stopped in the street by a Jehovah's Witness, you will have heard about this passage, because it's the one where 144,000 people stand before the throne of God, and the question is always posed, do you want to be part of that 144,000? Equally, you may have heard a preacher in church explain that 144,000 is not the total number of people who are in heaven, but instead a figurative 12 times 12, a perfect number, 12 multiplied by itself. John sees the 144,000 as made up of 12,000 each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. And he goes on listing the 12 tribes: Gad, Aser, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zabulon, Joseph and Benjamin. Can't do without reading the list. Interestingly, historically though, those 12 tribes, when they came into the land of Israel, didn't all receive an equal portion of land. Some of the tribes were bigger than the others. The half tribe of Manasseh got half a portion, and the tribe of Levi didn't get any land at all. Instead, they were expected to live off the sacrifices offered by the other 11 tribes and were designated cities instead. But no matter how they were treated in life, in heaven, in the New Jerusalem, each part of God's creation is accorded an equal respect and an equally generous reward. If you're like me, in lockdown, it's the smallest things that rattle around and can end up disturbing your peace and recollection. I couldn't work out why, when I first came to St George's and started celebrating the Eucharist and had to break the wafer into 8 pieces, always unequal pieces, for Holy Communion, I felt a real sense of deep unease. Everyone received the fullness of the Eucharist, no matter how big or small their Eucharistic wafer was. But no matter how hard I tried, the pieces were always unequal. It's because, growing up with 2 brothers, deep within my DNA, I have a need to see the cake equally shared. The number of cherries balanced against the amount of icing on the top of each slice. The depth of cream topping weighed against the number of chocolate sprinkles unequally spread across the top of the cake. Believe you me, I absolutely get the story of Joseph and his murderously jealous brothers. Everybody should be treated equally. But in heaven, in the presence of God, the countless number is not there because they all get the same. It's not like a divine McDonald's with everyone queuing up to receive a celestial Happy Meal. They're there because each individual has fought their own battle, made their own unique sacrifice, had their own unique lumps and bumps and wrinkles transformed into the likeness of Christ, so that each, receiving from God their unique judgment and reward, become then part of a great multitude that no man could number, so that they can see through their own eyes God and the Lamb, and fall on their own unique set of knees in worship and adoration. I hope that you have space in the universal lockdown, in the midst of your unique circumstances, to give thanks for what God has given you and to know that your pilgrimage to the sight of God continues, till through God's infinite love we get to call out with all the saints, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honour and power and might be unto our God for ever and ever. Amen. God bless.